Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1971 Olivetti Lettera 32 vintage ultra portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Spain, and these were also made in Italy. The basically only difference is the color of the shell. The shell on this one is a greenish blue, and the Italy is more bluish blue. And the Olivetti Lettera 32 is widely respected as one of the best typewriters of all time. One of the, I think it's the lightest touch that I've come across and most modern feel. Up top are the margins. This is your left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bail. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward 1 notch. Skips 2, 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on this next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red when you have it in the middle. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Absolutely beautiful. It's one of the best of all time. Super light touch. If you make a lot of mistakes, this typewriter is probably not for you. The print looks perfect. Pica typeface prints 10 characters per inch. Super light on everything. The whole keyboard is super light. The carriage is light, line space, everything. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip it forward. It unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. So I say light, not in a cheap way or anything like that. It's super smooth and just tight action. Shift on each side, shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. This button here is not supposed to be a 1 key. That is your margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release, allows you to get past that and type all the way to the end. Very good. The 1 key in traditional typewriters is the lowercase l, and the exclamation point is the shift 8, which is the apostrophe, backspace, and a period. Some of the more modern ones will have a 1 key, but this one never came with it. The 32, even in the 70s, did not incorporate the 1 key. Traditional typewriter. Tab is the red button on the right side. Right now we have tab set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go through and clear each one of those by hitting the tab button. And then this lever on the left side all the way to the left of the keyboard. Flip that down. There's a C there for clear, and there's an S for set. So up to set, down to clear. So we're just going to clear all of them first. Barely have to hit it to clear it. Super light touch, everything like I said. So now we don't have any tabs, so I like to always set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear in your typewriter by just flipping that switch up, and it sets a tab right there in that spot. You can set as many tabs as you want on this model. Backspace on the right side. Very good. The hood opens from the front like this, hooks in from the back. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, the side you want it to go to, you just flip the behind the spool there. There's a little catch. You just flip it towards the middle, it'll pull to that side, and that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon and swap it automatically to whatever side it needs to go to. And if you don't have eyelets at the end, the little metal piece, then you can just tie a knot and it will catch the knot. This is your touch control. The farther down you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. So that's very important for a light touch typewriter. You want to play with that. Maybe if it's too light for you and you don't like it, then play with that touch control. Maybe it's your favorite typewriter after you figure that out. I always like mine on light touch because I'm used to a computer. But once you type on a typewriter every day or however often, you start to change your typing style. So that might come in handy. This is your carriage lock. You flip it up to lock, flip it down to lock the carriage in the middle. You flip it up, and that always happens to me. I always accidentally trigger that, especially when you're opening the top panel. That often always triggers that. So if I had one of these, I would just remove that completely. But it's nice to have if you're carrying around in the case a lot. It protects the carriage and the escapement. Carriage release on both sides. Super smooth carriage. The Olivetti Lettera 32, one of the best of all time, one of my favorites. This is number 3, I think, for me. This is your left carriage release. Hermes 3000 is number 1. Olympia SM2 is number 2, and then the Olivetti Lettera 32 would be number 3. This is your line space return. It swivels back, so when you have it in a case, it tucks it in. These things break off because they're made out of cast aluminum. They don't bend. So if you break these, I haven't figured out, even though I've been doing this for 7 years, how to replace this. The way that they made this makes it almost impossible to remove that. There's like a pin in there that you need to hammer out, and then it's really hard to get that out. So don't break that, is my advice. If you push the button on the left knob, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept if you move the line space indicator all the way back to 0, it disables the spacing. Move it to the 1, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.